What is going on, guys? Doe here. Hope we're doing good. And today we have a different way to play the Molten Edict. You're probably used to just slamming behemoths, making little rolling meatballs. Well, today we'll be discussing a way to make it so you can launch meatballs for pretty much peak damage as long as you're doing a certain thing correctly. This used to exist a long time ago, but it was far more broken. You could basically charge your shot, dodge, and then it would keep those shells in the chamber. And if you jumped and shot, it would hit for like 3,000 to 6,000 damage. Different times indeed. Now it's nowhere near that broken, and the way this works is pretty simple. You basically want to get Aether Charge ammo, and then make sure that once you're close to once you have like one shell left, reload, and then you keep shooting. But to explain how it works, a normal shot will do 643 damage. Ignore the other numbers. If I get Aether Charged ammo by slamming, it'll do a bit more than that. Waiting for the damage numbers to go away. 1196, which the damage changes. Sometimes it's like 1126. Anyway, if you're to shoot these shells, 1126, 1126, blah blah blah. I'm keeping one Aether Charge shell in my thing, my bobber, and then right now this should hit for whatever the low number was, like around 600. 1126. That's because the game thinks you just reloaded with Aether Charge ammo, which you can't really do unless you slam. So basically just keep it at least bare minimum one single Aether Charge ammo shell when you reload, and you should be chilling, doing a lot of damage. Now, as far as the build goes, we're going to have... Okay, I'm not doing this again. Every single time, we're going to have the Molten Edict. Like, that's what the video's about. Why would we have anything else? Anyway, these are the cells. Overpower, Wild Frenzy. They're good cells. Use these. Copy this build layout. Trust me. You have Extended Clip as the modifier. You could use Antique Clip. I wouldn't suggest it, but you could. I think Extended Clip is just, especially in this build and this playstyle, better, and yeah, I just do that. Echoes with Discipline. Shroud Chest Piece with Overpower. Malkarian Grips with Wild Frenzy. Koshai Feet with Cascade. And what's this shocking development? What is transpired? We have the Broadsides Lantern. This is... I barely ever use this anymore. It's a fun lantern, and it fits the theme of this build, which is launching things from the sky. The hold the cast, you drop a bomb, and it explodes after 1 second. This can interrupt. It's actually very difficult to use, but it is still fun, and I enjoy using it. And the instant cast deals like 300 damage, and it's like a range attack from the sky type thing. It's kind of cool, but yeah, it fits the build pretty well. You could use whatever lantern you want to. You could use Shrag. You could use... It doesn't really matter at all, honestly. You could even use Koshai Bloom to get lifesteal if you have a hard time surviving. But we got +6 Cascade, Overpower, Predator, Rage, Wild Frenzy, plus your Berserker. It's on the hammer, can't change that. And Discipline tied all together. And I have no potions because I'm out. I've been a degenerate, using them all up, not making any more. Been kind of slacking. But yeah, that's the build. That's how you play the build. And to add a little bit to the discussion, I want to say the Molten Edict had a sort of effect a long time ago where if you shot meatballs at behemoths, it would create a flame pool of fire on the ground, a fire pool, if you will, and that did damage, and it built your lantern charge really quickly. It was just a lot of fun. You could do like mage builds and like make railgun builds with that, and that was sick. And they removed it, I believe, for performance related reasons, but I'm just like, we kind of need these cool effects for exotics because that's what actually makes the weapon itself exotic. Right now, it's just a freaking hammer that can aid the slam, and it just does like a ton of damage. That's pretty much what it's been ever since they removed that effect from the Molten Edict, and it's still a cool exotic, like kinda, even though it lacks a lot of other aspects to it. But you can do some cool things. You have to try really freaking hard to make the hammer cool. And I don't think you should have to try really hard. I think that it should be cool on its own. And if you try hard to make it even cooler, it just becomes like wicked. That's I want exotics to feel wicked when you use them properly. Now, other things that can happen, if you slam the ground, it causes like a freaking heat wave. That'd be kind of cool. Like, I just want changes to happen. Either I want changes to happen to the current exotics at some point, or if they want to like not do that right now and wait, then it'd be sick to see some new exotics. That's kind of what I'm hoping happens. I want to see some new exotics because, like I think I said in the last video, exotics that we have now we've had for a long time. The exception is like Twin Suns, but we've had Molten Edict, we've had God Hand, and Hunger for a very long time, and they are the God Hand and Hunger have been outdated. IMO, like something fierce. Twin Suns are alright. It kind of requires the game to work with you and for behemoths to actually hit you, which sometimes doesn't happen that well, so it's kind of rough. But Molten Edict is probably the most consistent exotic that still feels like an exotic to an extent. I feel like they could just do more, is my thing. So, again, it'd be cool if maybe the special... It's not about changing the special in this case, although I wouldn't be opposed to it, but it's about making and adding some other minor effects to the way the weapon works itself. Like creating flame pools whenever you shoot the meatballs was sick. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. All I wanted to add was that kind of like tidbit. But that's the video, y'all. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. I appreciate that very much. If you guys don't already, be sure to use credit code OhDough in the Epic Game Store. Helps me out a freaking ton. And other than that, be sure to check out my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel and TikTok at Dauntless. I post Apex content, so if you want to see me play something that's not Dauntless, there it is. Oh, and I might work on a Naraka Blade Point video for the main channel. It's a PvP game, but it's like melee combat, and it's a interesting game. Hopefully they make some changes to it, but it's interesting. It's free to play right now if you have the beta. When it releases, it'll be like $20. But I'll catch you guys later. Peace.